Destiny 2's class system isn't nearly as elaborate as what you find in most other role-playing games, but it does give you options that drastically affect the way you play the game and what loadouts work best for you. Today we're going to talk about the Warlock subclass Voidwalker and the playstyle it facilitates. The Voidwalker is a hyper-aggressive lone wolf, with enough healing in the Attunement of Hunger to fight endless waves of enemies, and enough widespread destruction in the Attunement of Chaos to wipe out an entire field with a single Nova Bomb. It's a force to be reckoned with. It has the same basic abilities as every Warlock subclass, but it has access to a special movement ability called Blink. Blink is a short-range teleport that retains similar properties to the Warlock's default glide. While choosing between different glides is a preference, you ask yourself, when I'm in the air, do I want more speed, more control, or a happy middle ground? Choosing between Blink or Glide is a question of potential, as the ability is weak or strong depending on your proficiency and your willingness to learn all its nuances. Blink has a few glaring weaknesses. First, it temporarily removes your HUD on activation for roughly 1 second. Additionally, you're unable to shoot for a moment after completing a blink. Next, you can only blink twice in succession before the ability goes on a short cooldown. Those sound like pretty bad negative effects, but the pros far outweigh the cons. In PvP, Confusion is a powerful tool, and Blink confuses the hell out of people. Even though you can predict the position a blinking Warlock will end up, it resets a one-on-one gunfight to neutral but gives the advantage to the Warlock with a plan in mind. It's a fun movement skill for that reason, and I love teleporting behind people to let them know it was nothing personal. In addition to that, it synergizes well with the Warlock's naturally high recovery stat and their healing rift. If you're in a tight spot, blink your way to some cover and pop your rift, or pray to the Traveler that your shields regenerate before you get shot or punched in the face. As exciting as it is to blink against other players, I use it a bit more sparingly in PvE. Any content with a lot of jump puzzles will make Blink feel a bit more frustrating, but you'll still retain the benefits of being able to dash in and out of combat at your leisure. Weapon choice is another thing that's affected by Blink. It's very easy to close distance with that movement ability, so using a submachine gun or a shotgun becomes a much more interesting decision. If someone or something is out of your effective range, blink right into their face and blast them away. Like every subclass in Destiny 2, the Voidwalker has two branches to choose from, the Attunement of Hunger and the Attunement of Chaos. Hunger is without a doubt more powerful, but I'll be damned if Chaos isn't cool. The Attunement of Hunger will have you making a lot of split-second decisions that all center around your survival. The abilities Devour, Insatiable, and Feed the Void are all designed to keep your Guardian as healthy as possible. Devour is a melee ability that restores health on kill and gives you the Devour buff. Kills while the buff are active restore health. In PvE, that means you can go on a rampage without much fear of dying as long as the buff is active. Against other players, I find it a bit more difficult to rack up multiple kills with Devour, but that could be because my aim is absolutely terrible. Insatiable allows you to extend the duration of Devour indefinitely. Kills refresh its duration and reduce the cooldown of your grenade by a few seconds. Finally, Feed the Void is a bit more situational but still powerful. You consume your grenade to restore your health and grant yourself the Devour buff. Grenades are powerful damage dealing tools in whatever content you're doing, but with this option, they can be more than that. In this clip, I was trying to get a flank on the enemy team, but I bit off a little bit more than I could chew, so I decided to take a bite out of my grenade. The heal activated just in time, and because of it, I was able to slide around the corner and activate my healing rift. Now, my teammates and I are in a much better position. We can gun these guys down as they come through a very small choke point. We secured 2 kills, but unfortunately, the Titan is going to punch me in the face and knock me out. The Attunement of Chaos focuses on creating big explosions. Chaos Accelerant allows you to draw energy from your super to increase the effectiveness of your grenades. It's difficult to test the exact effect of charged grenades, but charging the grenades does make them do what they do better, and when used correctly, the results speak for themselves. Next, Bloom causes enemies to explode when killed by Void abilities, meaning your melee attack, super, and grenades. This means killing an enemy with a grenade will cause them to explode, which might kill another enemy and cause them to explode too. Finally, Cataclysm reduces the speed of Nova Bomb, the Voidwalker super ability, but it gains tracking, and when it hits an enemy, it explodes into smaller bombs that also track enemies. Finally, your melee attack Entropic Pull reduces the cooldown of your grenade. Nothing fancy there. It's a much simpler set of skills, but they have very devastating effects. With that said, my preference still leans towards having extra survivability from the Attunement of Hunger, but the choice between one or the other isn't black and white. Hunger is most effective in solo play when you can chain kills effortlessly. If you're in a fire team that isn't drunk and can kill targets, then you won't see as much health restoration and your grenade cooldown won't get reduced as much. Furthermore, the Stormcaller subclass has much stronger group utility, but you'll still be durable, so when your allies are dying, you'll be thriving. On the other hand, Chaos works all the time. In a raid group, you'll bring grenades that pack a ridiculously big punch, especially when they kill targets and trigger Bloom. In PvP, it's the same story. Overall, the Voidwalker is intense. It has the potential to turn the slow, methodical playstyle of the Warlock into a visceral, flowing dance that will leave heads spinning as you blink all over the map and jaws dropped when you blow everything up with your charged grenades and cataclysmic Nova Bomb. So there we go. The Voidwalker is my personal favorite of the Warlock subclasses, but they're all fun and powerful in their own way. With all of that said, the name of the game is Destiny 2. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. If you're playing Destiny 2 on the PC and you're interested in joining a clan, consider joining mine. It's called the Blue Crew, and while we may not be the largest clan to ever exist, we're a group of people and we have a lot of fun playing the game together, and you could be part of that fun. The link to the clan and a Discord server are in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Feel free to leave suggestions about what type of Destiny 2 content you'd like to see. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.